What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Summer Gravity, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, I woke up feeling a little bullish about this, so I wanted to make a bullish video for all you Splinterlands bulls out there. And my main point with this is I don't think people realize just how crucial SPS rental demand coming back is, and the reason that it's coming back. So I kind of did a video a couple days ago, which is why I was like, I don't even know if I should do this. But the more I thought about it, the more it just made me very much appreciate the situation in which Splinterlands and the Splinterlands game economy is right now. So the thing is, I was looking at my own pattern of behavior, right, where I was just below like the 500,000 SPS mark. I mean, I have more than 500,000, but I was delegating out to some people, and so I was looking at that. And I was like, you know what? I'm only getting 12 entries versus 16 that I could be getting. So I actually went and rented out some SPS. I was the one who was the renter, right, and got some SPS. It's not much, but it was enough to just get me to the point where I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm getting those 4 more entries for these arcanes. And so that's the big thing here. We're seeing now a direct SPS utility come into the game for something that people highly desire, right? This SPS staking thing requirement, which I didn't think much of at the time, and I was like, this is just going to make things more complicated. It's actually probably one of the biggest things, right? Because voting power, all that stuff, a lot of people don't care about. Yeah, earning rewards and all that. It's like, it is what it is. But creating, and I know it's somewhat arbitrary numbers, right? Like the maximum amount of SPS that you need is 5 million, for example. Creating those numbers is something that is having an impact right now, and you're seeing that with the amount of SPS that people are renting. Now, granted, SPS rentals are cheap right now, and buying SPS is also relatively cheap. Again, not financial advice. I'm just saying, like, SPS is only like 50% above its all-time, or like it's 50% above its all-time high, but it's we're talking about like less than a penny here. So My point being is that by creating this, you're setting a higher upper ceiling for people. Like before, I was like, if I get to 800,000, that means I get to max out my rewards with, even within wild format. But now it's like, well, now my upper ceiling just became 5 million because I want to get max rewards, especially if I can stay in champion and stay competitive enough, to stay in champion. So, as I think through the implications of this, because this is going to go on for an entire year. And I know in the last video, I was like, oh, well, once people get the rewards that they need and the glint and blah, 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 maybe SPS rental demand will fall off. And what I wasn't thinking about was the arcanes, right? And the weekly draws. And so people who want to get those cards and be eligible for the draws, they don't have a reason to drop off. Now, that's not to say that SPS rental demand won't drop off over the next year. It absolutely could, right? We're only in week 2 out of 53 weeks. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that for the people that are hardcore enough in this game and want a shot at those 1 of 1 or 1 of 5 cards, whatever it ends up being, right? That is the area in which I think we're going to see the demand remain, which is a positive thing in my opinion, right? Because over time, what we're hopefully there's less SPS to go around as more SPS gets burned, and there are more players coming into the game, or more places in which SPS demand starts to pop up, right? That could be land, that could be other areas, whatever it is, or even just think about the upcoming mini set, right? That's going to create SPS demand, as people will probably still pay in SPS. It's like over 50% of a discount right now. So I just wanted to talk through this kind of out loud and share it with you, because I don't think people are appreciating just how significant this is. And based on the rental demand, like rentals are cheap right now. So that's why we're seeing the demand come in there. Maybe rentals get a little bit more expensive in the future, and that's great. So maybe people then pivot to buying, or whatever the case is, right? Or people pivot to not selling. Not that I was selling my SPS, but the point is that, like, I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, well, I need a little bit more SPS now, right? So if my pattern of behavior is changing like that, I'm sure many others are changing like that. And it's just something to consider for the long term, because this is going to keep stuff mostly locked away for a year, right? Or most, keep that demand for like a year. And then hopefully at that point, we get whatever the next set of cards is, right? The next set of reward cards, or whatever the team can come up with over the next, 12 months, which is a long time. Things change. Maybe we're still in a bull market. Maybe we're in a bear market by then. But point being is that we're in a situation, at a position where I think this is going to have a massive impact, and we're seeing just the beginning of that already. And then you combine on top of that all the other cool stuff that we're considering when it comes to when it comes to like the mini set and the SPS demand there. Maybe Land will offer some ways in which SPS, offer some things. Maybe there's a core set that comes out next year or some promo cards. Like who knows what it could be. But I think people are underappreciating just how significant this is. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.